head coach of the Spartans, Neil Seering. So we'll back it. We'll back it up a little bit, and we'll kind of we'll get to the fourth quarter. But a scoreless first quarter, not really much happening. Interception on your first drive, and then a couple 3 and out. And it wasn't until late in the second quarter, with 44 seconds left, you scored a 1-yard touchdown run. Talk about that first half, and then what your message was going into at halftime.
Ooh, yes.
Catch your breath.
The message all week was to play 4 quarters. I knew this team had the potential after playing Ricetown for 2 quarters, and they kind of fell apart. I think it was a real learning experience. We've dealt with so much adversity. We lost 2 kids today at 2:30, 2 starters, and I want to say Devin Dorner, Cannon, and Colin Sherry. That one's for you guys. All right. But it was a 4-quarter game. I really believe that if we played 4 quarters, we had a chance. They're a great team. They have played Ricetown and Freedom tough. Probably could have beat them both. We had to take care of the ball. We had penalties tonight, but we always have a message of responding. So that first quarter was a challenge. It was a dogfight between the 20s, field position, and the difference between, I think, last year and this year was we scored in the end zone here when we were on the 1 or 2. Last year we were down there 3 or 4 times and we couldn't do it, and that was demoralizing. And we've talked about that this year. We're not going to do that. That's not who we are. And dang, that's a fun game. And those kids, I mean, talk about adversity this year. It's been so challenging for me emotionally. Finding out, and you're talking to the kids and they're crying because they can't play the game and it's emotional. And I've been through it so much this year. And I wouldn't want to be anywhere else on this field with these guys and these coaches. What a special group.
So, you go into halftime up 7-0. You come out on your first possession, you go up 14-0. And you could just see the swing of momentum. All of a sudden, the Spartans had a pep in their step, and you saw Little Chute start hanging their head. How big was that second score to go up 14-0 early in the second half?
Very important. I mean, I'm from Berlin originally, and Pete Kittle is my coach. I always talk about the first 3 minutes of the second half. Very important. And that was one of the messages I talked about today. We make a stop or we make a statement. I had all the confidence in the world of our endurance. One thing I brought back from my years when I first started coaching, even from high school, called Pit 350s, and we run those every week, and they are not fun. But it's not a punishment. It's because we don't have a lot of guys, and we have to last 4 quarters. And I'll tell you what, we weren't tired out there. We had guys playing both ways, special teams, all in, and we could have. I told them they could have played another quarter, and they would have been fine. So you're right. The momentum swing. They got a little tired. It looked like their body swagger went down. We made some plays, and dang it, Brolin and Dell. Geez, I think I was running with them, and that's probably why I need to start running more myself.
Yeah, so, we're working up to that, first it's Logan Dell with a pick 6, and then Luke Brolin, 82 yards. It couldn't have happened to a better kid. He's worked so hard for the last 3 years, and it's kind of just fitting for him to get a big touchdown in his last home game here at Luxemburg-Casco.
Yeah, I don't think people realize this is our last home game for these seniors. I said, if you guys play 4 quarters, you're going to walk out this field as winners. And I take special pride in not just coaching this team, but those 2 guys are in my positions. I coach outside linebacker. And what a great feeling to see those guys do that. And they were both quarantined this year. So to see that after what they've been through, and just amazing stuff all around the defensive line. Kyle Kroll sprained his ankle. I mean, the guy could hardly walk. The guy's a warrior.
Yep.
I would take him if I was getting in a fight. I'd pick him number 1. He blood in his nose on the way out. I mean, he's a warrior. Joey Treveka, Van Donsel stepped up tonight. Just amazing work from everybody. What a true team effort, and that's the standard that they have set here. And it's just awesome.
One of the keys before the game started, Paul and I were talking about, was not giving up those big plays. They got a lot of good skill players, Van Asten, Lamers, and Huss off the top of my head. And really, for the most part, you held them in check, and no really big plays where they, busted it off for a home run.
Right. Some of the big plays he did have here in the first quarter, I think, are Ryan Robillard tripped or something, slipped on the grass, and the ones down here, we had guys there.
Yeah, you just made a
Made some
great
good
play.
plays. There's that bend but don't break. So, I told them out here in the end zone, stay positive, always respond, don't give up, and that's what winners do. They don't make excuses. And again, I can't say enough about the adversity that we faced this year. I never expected anything like that, but there's a reason I was put here with these kids, and there's a reason these kids accepted me and these coaches, and just very thankful and blessed to be part of this group, because this was a very special night. We got the LC trophy back. Those kids are just so darn happy, and I'm happy for them.
So you go to 4-1 with one game left on the regular season, and that's at Appleton, Fox Valley Lutheran. You know what? They had a big win a week ago. What do you know about Fox Valley Lutheran early on?
I didn't. When I saw this girl with Freedom, I was like, well, great. Freedom's a very good team. So I told the kids tonight, they're expecting a great matchup again. I think they pass a lot. They've been, very good with passing. So we're going to have to really make sure we do our jobs, our assignments sure. In this, with this weather, the passing game is always tricky, as you can tell. With the wind and cold, it's not the easiest. So we got to stop the run. We have to make sure we rerun the ball well, keep getting first downs, be opportunistic. But it's going to be a big challenge. I would just love to see the momentum carry on and see what we can do. So we're looking forward to the challenge, and we'll do the best we can.
All right, congratulations on victory number 4, and we look forward to the coverage next week in Appleton.
Thanks, guys.
All right, we're going to take one more break, and we'll wrap things up from the Luxemburg-Casco Sports Complex. You're listening to the Nicolay Big Postgame Show on 96.7 WBDK.